शिवाय नमो शिवाय नमो ॐ नमः शिवाय
ॐ திருச்சிற்றம்பலம் முழுனவனே யானை முகத்தவனே முத்தினாலும் சொல்னவனே தூய்மை சுகத்தவனே மன்னவனே சித்வலாமுனல்தோ ஓடவன் ஓம் திருச்சிற்றம்பலம்
தாயும் நீயே தந்தையும் நீயே தேவ பெருமானே எந்தன் தாயும் நீயே யாவும் நீயே தேவ பெருமானே தாயும் நீயே தந்தையும் நீயே தேவ பெருமானே எந்தன் தாயும் நீயே யாவும் நீயே தேவ பெருமானே முதல நீயே Satya Sai Bhagavan. Oh my Lord, dear Jesus, Udanana Kitohan. We forever be the ocean. Let no wind throw me around. Let me forever be the ocean. Let no wind throw me around. Let me forever be the ocean. Let no wind throw me around. Let me forever be the ocean. Let no wind throw me around. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Satya Sai Bhagavan. Oh my Lord, dear Jesus, Udanana Kitohan. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Satya Sai Bhagavan. Oh my Lord, dear Jesus, Udanana Kitohan. Peace within is my goal, dear Lord, and never throw me out or down. And in the end, when I leave, dear Lord, let you and I were just one. Peace within is my goal, dear Lord, and never throw me out or down. And in the end, when I leave, dear Lord, let you and I were just one. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Satya Sai Bhagavan. Oh my Lord, dear Jesus, Udanana Kitohan. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Satya Sai Bhagavan. Oh my Lord, dear Jesus, Udanana Kitohan. Udanana Kitohan. Udanana Kitohan. Om
Yeah. Hello. Obviously, most of you know me, but for those who don't, my name is Lara. I'm Sylvie's eldest daughter, and unfortunately, my husband couldn't be here, who would have done this. So I'm doing it, and you have to bear with me if I get more emotional than I needed. Those of you who knew my mum knew what she was like. She was full of life and vivacious and very fashionable, and constantly told me I needed more bling in my life, so gold blingy gloves today. She wanted us to laugh and celebrate her life rather than being sad. Sylvie's birthday was on the 24th of March. She was born in Mpingeni and grew up on a farm, and she loved it. She loved living on the farm and being there all the time. She leaves behind her dear husband Nagan, myself and Melissa, and her son Brandon, and her late sons Emil and Kaben, and hopefully she is celebrating with them today. Her daughter-in-law Amashni and Bianca. Her son-in-laws, who she loved sometimes more than she loved us, David and Alvin. She was grandmother to my children Daniel and Hannah, and to Kyla and to Ethan, and a sister to her elder sister Morgie, Neela, and Sundri, her Oya today, and her late brothers Derek, Sydney, and Denny, and her sister-in-laws Asodi and Yanam, and the late Molly. Sorry. She was vivacious, extrovert, bubbly person who was loved by all who knew her. Anyone who knows her knows that she loved life and loved to entertain. She loved good food and exploring, and she absolutely loved traveling. A visit to Auntie Selby meant that you always left with a full stomach and a happy heart. She was always the life and soul of every party. She could whip up a meal for 5 or 50 in 5 minutes. And she would never let you leave without eating. She was very jovial, and she loved to laugh and was extrovert about living life to the full. She easily made friends wherever she went, whether they wanted to be friends with her or not. They certainly were by the end of her time there. She was so stylish and was always well dressed. Matching shoes, matching nails, and all her, everything had to be matching. She traveled throughout South Africa and to many countries around the world. And I had the privilege of being able to go to some of those with my mum. Her favorite places in South Africa was the Drakensberg and obviously the beach. When traveling overseas, she loved to go to any local markets and loved to buy local crafts and arts. She had many hobbies, and her latest one was decoupage. She was skilled at sewing and loved interior designing. Her house was always immaculate and super clean. For her age, she was really tech savvy, except when she was taking selfies. I wish we could show you some of them she took. They would make you laugh. She loved living near the beach, and one of her favorite pastimes was to phone her children from the beach during sunset. She had a great spirit and was very fearless to try new things. Her last big adventure was deep sea fishing in the Maldives with my sister and I, where she caught a snapper, and that was the highlight of the visit for her. We did get to eat it for supper later. One of her favorite things to do was to there's people here who want to say a few words for one another. I think Srini. And I will, after Srini, I will read out a speech written by my husband that he really wanted to share with everyone here today.
Life is an illusion, and death is a certainty. The wheel of life moves on It is overwhelmed by disrepair and grief, and it has diseases and calamities for its descendants. That wheel relates in time and place. Day and night are the rotations of this wheel, and it is characterized by the production and destruction going on ceaselessly. When one's time comes, one cannot escape. There is none dear or hateful to time. Youth, beauty, life possessions, health, friends, companionships are all unstable, unquote. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a reality. However, our human nation is never prepared for such a loss. An acclaimed guru had once told me that when you make your way to God's home, He has two baskets from earth that you have filled. The first basket contains all the good deeds that you have done on earth, and the second contains all the bad deeds that you have done. And your jackpot basket will be the basket that contains the most, be it the good or bad, and that's your karma. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the way that you will follow and ultimately face your fate. Vanakkam, Prem Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum, Sanbanani, and a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today I stand before you with the greatest sadness in my heart. Today I speak both on a professional capacity and on a personal capacity of knowing our dear mother. On behalf of the Department of Water and Sanitation Water Quality Unit from KwaZulu-Natal and our Director, Mr. J. Reddy, and all staff members and the family, I have been entrusted with a singular honored task this afternoon to say a few words and bid a fond and affectionate farewell to our dear mother, Auntie Selvi. Beauty, style, grace, elegance, and intelligence are some of the very few words to describe this remarkable character. Auntie Selvi, to us as the staff of the Department of Water and Sanitation, was our dear mother. As our eldest daughter alluded earlier, when you enter Auntie Selvi's home, you would never leave without a delicious cup of tea and a meal. She was a mother to each and every one of us. Her love for gardening, her love for adventure, and her love to be the best she can be was remarkable. I've never met such a positive individual in my life. Amidst all her medical trials and tribulations, Auntie Selvi fought to the very end to be the best that she can be, no matter how sick she was. Her positivity, her beautiful smile always kept her glowing. Our dear mother, to her family, she was an incredible human being. Wife, mother, mother-in-law, and grandmother. And I quote, "What it is to lose you, no one will ever know. You have gone before we knew it. Our heart aches in sadness. We wish we had the chance to say, please stay another day. You were our greatest teacher, whose lessons were better than a preacher. You had a heart of gold, the strength of a tigress, always brave and firm. You were one in a million, and a million in one. No one can ask for a more perfect wife, mother, mother-in-law, grandmother like you. You are indeed a truly rare gem. We owe our joyful beginnings with the eternal promise of faithful endings. Today we stare into the empty space, never to forget your glorious face." I unquote. Ladies and gentlemen, our motherland India teaches us the 4 principles of spirituality, and I will draw your attention to the second principle that states, whatever happened, is the only thing that could have happened. This means that absolutely nothing of that which we experienced could have been in any other way, not even in the least important detail. There is no, if only I had done that differently, then it would have been done different. What happened is the only thing that could have happened for us to learn, and for us to move on, and for us to love, and for us to heal. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to sing a few lines of a very sacred hymn. In dedication to our dear mother, she treated me like a very own son, and Mr. Moopanar treats me like his son. Hari Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namo Om, Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Shivaya Namo, Hari Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Our dear Mother Auntie Selvi, may your Atma rest in eternal peace. On behalf of everybody present in body and spirit, I would like to thank all of you for showing so much of love and support to the family. Dhanyavad, Nandri, Siyabonga. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Kan me Shivaya, Shivaya Namo, Namo Namo Nagaraya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namo, Namo Namo Nagaraya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namo, Namo Namo Nagaraya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namo, Namo Namo Nagaraya. Parvati Nada Paramadayana, Namo Namo Nagaraya. Namo Namo Nagaraya. Parvati Nada Paramadayana, Namo Namo Nagaraya. Namo Namo Nagaraya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namo, Namo Namo Nagaraya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shivaya Namo, Namo Namo Nagaraya.
Hi. We wanted to ask if there's anybody who would like to say a few words. Now would be the time. If not, I have a speech to read out from my husband. Sorry. Unfortunately, our son had an operation on Thursday and isn't able to walk. So my husband couldn't come out with me. He's going to try and be here later this week. But I'm going to read it as he wrote it. It says, I'm sorry I cannot be with you today to honor the passing of Saul. I have, however, written a few words and have asked Lara to read these on my behalf. It was Christmas 1987 when I visited Lara's family for the first time, having been invited to join them for Christmas. It was a win-win for me. I had a wonderful new girlfriend. She may not have known that at the time, I didn't. And a lovely new foster family in Durban, who welcomed me into their home and who were all really kind to me. But I was nervous about meeting the mother. Would she like me? Would we get on? I was a white guy from England. Did she even know that? She didn't at that time. As it turned out, I needn't have worried, as I quickly discovered Selby was a modern woman who is very in touch with the world and everything going on within it. She's very approachable and worked hard to help me fit into a South African Indian family. I knew I had made a good impression on Selby when I offered to wash the dishes after one of the first meals I ate in the house. I didn't think it was such a big deal, but I did wash those dishes, and we've spoken and laughed about that moment often over the years. Being the token white guy, she was particularly careful not to exclude me from an activity because of my color. Although I was having a lot of trouble getting my head around white beaches and those for non-whites. She, with the rest of the family, helped me assimilate with both the family and the community. Whenever Lara and I planned to visit Selby, would ask beforehand what curry I want to eat. Well, for an Englishman whose favorite meal is curry, this was a great start to my relationship with my future mother-in-law. But it wasn't just food where she excelled. As everyone here today knows, she was excellent with a needle and helped me many times with clothes that needed altering or repairing. She was also very well traveled and could talk fluently about her experiences around the world. She even indulged me in conversation about football, although she did support the wrong team. I think she recognized the passion I shared for the game. And she was brave. On one occasion during a visit to the UK, she and Nagaland borrowed our rather old car and drove the length and breadth of the UK. They went to the mountains in Wales and Manchester to see the football club. Secretly, I wasn't sure the car would make it, but she was very adventurous and her attitude was, what's the worst that could happen? If it breaks down, we'll get it fixed. Perhaps her greatest asset was her ability to laugh, and there were many times when we would make silly comments and enjoy each other's sense of humor. Perhaps it was because we shared the same star sign and that we got on so well. Her daughter Hannah has a very special memory of herself with Lara, with me, Melissa and Selby in Monte Cassino. One of us, won a teddy bear in a game, and Hannah has a memory of them all taking turns to carry the bear. There was much laughter between the four girls, and the bear developed its own character, having been the center of attention. It was a very warm and loving memory that she holds dear and typifies the time she spent with her ayah. Our son Daniel has always been overwhelmed by Selby's hospitality, his ayah's hospitality when he visited. The defining moment for him came when he sat down to a meal, and like his dad, both expected and looked forward to another curry. He was amazed that the dish ayah presented him with was crab curry. Not only is crab very expensive in England, and normally it's served cold in a salad, but he had also never eaten it in a curry before, and more than 20 years later, this remains his favorite meal. For him, Aya's curry became the bench in the world's finest restaurants. The meals that his ayah cooked for him will always be compared to that. For his ayah, it was a simple act of cooking lunch, but for her guests, it was a moment of greatness that, unbeknown to her, will be remembered long after her passing. Whatever the experience we were fortunate to share with Selby, she will forever be remembered for the things that she loved to do, as well as for the love that she spread to others. While she may no longer be with us today, her spirit will remain in our hearts forever. She was a kind and caring person who I will miss very much indeed. From Selby's favorite white guy.
எந்த அம்மா எப்பனே நான் Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? Could we please show some respect to our dear mother here and observe some silence in this area, please? Thank you very much.
to say a few words as well, being a part of part of Lara's family as well. So Auntie Selby was described as a fashionista, progressive thinker for her, mother to everyone that entered the house. I want to recall a very fond memory of her about 6 years ago. I was going through a really rough time, and through this experience, I was actually staying at Alvin and Melissa's residence. And being everyone, Uncle Naglan, everyone else had gone to sleep. Everyone else was out. She sat down, we were talking, and then I think we nearly finished that bottle. This is just one of those type of nights. She was an elder when she needed to be part of the younger family groups at other times. One of her favorite things was playing 30 seconds with the family, especially when we used to have our nice Christmas get-togethers and we had all the family down from around the world and South Africa together. And one of her favorite parts was, besides playing 30 seconds, is shocking the people who were playing with her general knowledge and her trivia. Because if you look at Auntie Selby, you wouldn't just at first glance understand that she was a very knowledgeable person, but it just radiated off her when you used to talk to her. Let me not start on Danny. Continuously querying cards with the other family members as if she didn't know what they were hustling everybody else. That was Auntie Selby. My mom passed when I was in my early 20s, and Lara being one of her best friends. Auntie sat every single time that I met Auntie Selby when she was up by us in Gauteng. She would always recall a memory that would rekindle wonderful experiences of her with my mother, her father, my grandfather, pretty much all family involved, and it would always keep the spirit alive of not just my mother, but everyone that she knew that had passed on as well. I think her spirit and fortitude lives on through all the people who knew and loved her, and she would be the one at this funeral cracking jokes if you really knew her. So yeah, thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And just on behalf of the family, I'd like to say thank you so much for coming in this heat to spend these last few moments with a wonderful, wonderful. Those of my other cousins, sorry to say it, but I was the favorite niece. It went without saying. I think all of you share some beautiful memories of Auntie Selby. For me, she was the stylish aunt who was ahead of her times, and she would often say, take after me. So I'm proud to say that I have her style, I hope. She loved her dressing, her makeup, and she introduced me to facial care, to take care of my skin from a very young age. She made sure that the girls in the family realized how beautiful they were. They felt beautiful. She would tell you that you were beautiful. She would compliment you. She would praise the way we raised our families. She would praise our children. And in doing that, one woman raised many to an Eskimo. She was really, really good. She worked in so many different walks of life, and she made a success of it. If her health was better, she would have given many businessmen a run for their money. As far as entertaining goes, I think there's every single one of you us here have learned something and saving kitchens with the best ingredients. To Lara, Melissa, Aka, and my mama, Sunil, my heart is with you, and I know she loved you all very, very dearly. To my cousins and to my extended family, I know that she had impacted each and every one of you in a very, very beautiful way. And to all her friends, you were very, very dear to her. And she spoke so much about you and the adventures that she had with each one of you. She treasured each and every one of you. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to each one of you for having impacted her life and she having impacted our lives. Thank you so much.
Shankara Shiva Shankara Shankara Shiva Pavide Perme Vandetine Katrave Todum Yedum Si Natrava Unni Namaraginam Solman Namachivayave Namajivayave, 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 Namajivayave. कौन ये पीर सोड़िए कर यूर पाने पिंज गए कितने पीर पायल पानोरा सुलभा के तुम में शंकरा शिव शंकरा शिव शंकरा शिव शंकरा शंकरा शिव शंकरा शिव शंकरा शंकरा சிவபெருமானே எல்லோர்க்கும் நீ தெய்வம் சிவபெருமானே 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 எல்லோர்க்கும் நீ தெய்வம் சிவபெருமானே அன்னை தந்தை குரு தெய்வமே ஆண்டவனே நீ அருள் செய்வாயே ஆண்டவனே நீ அருள் சிவபெருமானே எல்லோர்க்கும் நீ தெய்வம் சிவபெருமானே 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 எல்லோர்க்கும் நீ தெய்வம் சிவபெருமானே அம்மே அப்பா தெய்வமே ஆண்டவனே நீ அருள் செய்வாயே ஆண்டவனே நீ அருள் செய்வாயே சிவபெருமானே தெய்வம் சிவபெருமானே நம சிவாய ஓம் நீ அருள் செய்வாயே சிவபெருமானே தெய்வம் சிவபெருமானே 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 தெய்வம் சிவபெருமானே Paramesa Shivagamina Tookiya Padama Amara Kalesa Aandavanadaraja Tookiya Padama Vibhuti Sundara Nera Shiva Viswagami Maheshwara Soladharini Paramesa Shiva Vinayaka Jagadisa
Vanakkam, respected elders, dear brothers and sisters. We now come towards the conclusion of the funeral service for this afternoon. We will now call for the immediate. Om Dirmidya Manmanarvada Dirayar Madinoi Seydai Parinan Argovad Iravai Vasinoi Seydai Parinan Alaronam Kaida
பந்தயன் சொல்வேன் கேள் நலாரும் பொருள் இன்பம் வீரன் நாகம் ஆயுள் வாரீரே ஆதி பரம்பொருள் இந்த உலகில் பந்தயன் சோதாரே இந்த பாதி மதி சுதம் பரமதையார ஓதிரும் வாரீரே ஆனந்த நடமிதம் மனந்த ஓரோரியன் பொற்பாதம் போற்றுகிறேன் சாந்தங்கள் பயம் சிவன் அருளால சுகம் பல பெறுவீரே ஆதிபர பொருள் இந்த உலகில் பந்தயன் சோதாரே இந்த பாதிமதி சுதம் பரமதையார ஓட்டிரும் வாரீரே மையாயனிருந்தம் உலகம் இத கண்ட ஞான கலந்த சொன்னேன் போலிருந்த சிவபெருமானே தஞ்சுனை துதிப்பாரே ஆதிபர பொருள் இந்த உலகில் பந்தயன் சோதாரே இந்த பாதிமதி சுதம் பரமதையார ஓட்டிரும் வாரீரே ஓம் திருடியற்றம்பலம். Whenever we all please rise and speak in prayer. Immediate family members will gather around the pastor. Om Yudhishthambharam Devakaraye Jagadevakaraye Devakaraye Dinam Devakaraye Pava Bandangale Nikidevakaraye Padam Panindome Shivadevakaraye Ulagal Pirandanal Nindiruvade Paravam Tarusevaiza Shivadevakaraye Bhakti Malarodu Nimpadam Panindome Yegayambalava Ilai Siddhambara Salvagam Atan Nammeniye Yemeyanari Poniye Adi Andamiye Jagajiva Paramnikatmai Devakaraye Jagadevakaraye Devakaraye Dinam Devakaraye Om Nirujagambal Namachivaya Varga Nadandal Varga Ime Pojudam Yenengal Nidandal Varga Rojali Adamunital Varga Agamagi Ninganental Varga Varga Vedi Rujagambal Vindijay Mahijeva Godavari Sarvadi Narmada Sindhu Kaveri Jale Sangidam Guru
Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Om Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Om Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Shivaya Namah Om Namah Shivaya.
आकारं बुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं सर्वाधारं गगनसजमेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं शान्तं कमलनयनं योगिष्यानगम्यं वन्दे कृष्णं भगवान् सर्वलोकैकनाथं
That's not much, was it?